I'm Wade. I grew up in foster care, 4 failed adoptions, grew up in Goshen pretty much my entire life. They're my family. I have a tattoo on my back that says GVBR, which stands for Goshen Valley Boys Ranch, Jeremiah 29:11. You know, when you play high school, you get your name on your back. Well, I didn't really have a name growing up, but I have Goshen on my back. I first entered foster care when I was 3 years old. My father and mother were in and out of jail on drugs, and we went in foster care. First got my adoption, my first one, when I was 6 years old. Lived with that family for 4 years, all types of abuse, emotional, physical, sexual, neglect, and just one day I was just dropped off at DFACS. They got tired of me, I guess. Goshen stepped up and was like, he needs a home, and he needs family. I was one of the first youth here, one of the first boys. And so I lived here for 2 years, and I got really attached to family. When I was 12 years old, I went for my second adoption. They had their marital issues, and instead of trying to split me between mom and dad, just put me back in DFACS. At that time, 13, went for my third adoption. I definitely hit my 13-year-old rebellion, started drinking and doing drugs. I was just too much of a handful. So at 14 years old, I was dropped back off at DFACS, and Goshen said, not a chance, and come back home. We would take trips down to the YMCA in downtown Canton, right? And so I see this massive guy in the gym, and I was like, let's go talk with this guy. He's got to know his stuff. We go and chat with this guy. We get real close to each other. So he invites us over for dinner and stuff. Slowly but surely, Cliff and Liz Hembry just started to become my parents. I just started calling them mom and pops.
Even though it was not, quote, legal, that's pops, I'm mom, he was our son.
Even when I went through my adoption when I was 16, I still called them mom and pops because I had that tie. So I went through the failed adoption. They stayed right there with me. Joined the military, was able to get away from Georgia, travel Europe. They'd always send me care packages and stuff. Finished up Europe tour. I moved over to Guam, met my beautiful wife. December of 2018, they're like, what do we want for Christmas?
Our typical, conversation, what do you want? Got to make sure we ship it out so it gets there in enough time. And he said,
I want to be a Hembry.
Officially Hembry. And I think for him, getting everything switched over to his name legally was super important for him too.
I have my Goshen family, but I wanted something of who I am, who I can pass to my children and our adopted children. It's a pride. It's something that is mine. If it wasn't for Goshen having ties with the YMCA, I would have never met my parents. I'm Wade Hembry, husband, Navy veteran, and Goshen alumni.